Right, lads and lasses, 1 or 2 already in. Smashings. Right, so open that in a separate browser, so we can have a look at the chat. So we've already got 1 or 2 in. Right, hiya Kieran. Hope you're well, mate. I'll get your thingy, what do you call it? It's your prize off to you first thing Monday morning. Same for Ray Clark. Congratulations to the 2 winners. Absolutely over the moon for them. Can anybody give me a sound check? Just make sure everything's working all right and everything. Hi, Raylene. You okay? Hope you're well. It's going to be a good one tonight, I hope. Looks like it should be fun. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a little bit of a review on the super darts. I've got some super darts here. I think they're called Hans Bohrers. The Travis Bohr darts, which are the black ones. We're going to have a little bit of a review and a chuck of them later on. Oh, five quid in straight as well. Thanks, Brett. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Right, first one of the night goes to Brett. Brett, here we go, mate. 180. Thank you so much. That makes such a difference. You just wouldn't believe it. It really, really does. Everybody, no matter how small they contribute or how large they contribute, makes a massive difference to me. And I have to thank you so, so much. Hiya, Neil. You all right, mate? Hope you're well. So we've got Brett in. Simon Scott. Hiya, Simon, mate. You all right? I think what we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a chuck. Have you seen them darts in the board over there? I did that. I've not chucked today, so I did that yesterday evening. And that's, what have we got there? 1, 2, 3 sets of darts, and it's awesome. 1, 2, 3 darts. So 6 out of 9. So there's 6 out of 9 darts there in the treble 20. And that was all done in one visit. Just picking one set of darts up and throwing them, then the next set of darts, and then the next set. And when I'd done it, I just thought, oh, I'll leave them there. Right, so I hope you're all well. Steve Lamore's in. Hiya, Steve, mate. Okie dokie. Hope you're all right. Hope everybody's well. Looking forward to this tonight. Don't forget, get your questions in. What I'll do first of all. Oh, Game of Thrones is in with a £5. Thank you so, so much, mate. Thank you. Makes a massive difference. This really does. 180. That's for you, Mr. Game of Thrones. You all right? Hope you are all well. Brilliant. Ryan Parr's in. Oh, yeah, well, that's it. Ryan, you know what now? You're going to have to do some lines, mate. You're going to have to do some lines. You're going to have to sit down and do lines. And it's the Dynamite Dave way is the only way. Only kidding. Neil Migalski's in. You all right, mate? Hope you're well. Mark Layton's in. Evening, Mark. Right, so I'll actually take these darts out now before anybody else sees them. Right, let's get them all out. There we go. Right, seeing as I've not had a chuck since yesterday, I might as well have a little bit of a warm up while everybody says hiya to everyone. Starts getting some questions in. Oh, what a way to score 50. Hi Neil, I never thought to ask you, mate, how are you getting on with that thingy with the old Mission Samurai 2? How are you getting on with that, mate? I mean, obviously the Samurai 2 is the later version of this. 95. Where are we? Shadow Optics. Hiya, mate. Evening. Evening from Pegman. Where's that, mate? Where are you? Where are you? You in Japan or China or Indonesia or somewhere? If you're from anywhere outside the UK, when you first say hiya to everybody, stick on there where you're from, so we all know where everyone's from. Hiya, Wayne, mate. You all right? You playing my game? You're playing my game. Which game's that, Wayne? Evening, Dave. Hiya, Kieran, mate. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. I think I said at the top of the show, you might have just missed it. Your darts will be on your way to you Monday morning, yeah? So you figure your Kim Ibricks darts, which are here, mate, the ones that you won on the, what do you call it, the donators free prize giveaway. So those will be off to you Monday morning. And Ray Clark, if you're watching, and I don't mean Clarky, I mean Ray Clark, not Clarky. You're the same, your gear will be on your way to the first thing Monday morning. It's my nickname. From Crewe, Cheshire. Hey, not far away, you're only a stone's throw from me, mate, in Manchester. Just a little bit of a tootle up the M6. $140. Oh, not bad that for third visit. And I'm not even concentrating, I'm reading this. Yeah, whip it holes in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. Been around forever as thingy as Whippito. Been around forever. One of my most stalwart fans and thingy supporters of my channel. He's been there, I'd say, for within the first 12 months, I think it was. Me and him sort of like had a bit of a tete-a-tete and what have you. And he's been absolutely fantastic ever since. Absolutely fantastic. Callum Reston's in. Callum Reston's in with $2.99. Cheers, fella. Here we go. Let's get you a... let's get you a 180. 180. And that's for Callum. Mr. Reston, I might even chuck your darts in a bit, mate. I've still got your setup, all set up here, ready to go. And I don't know whether you were in right at the beginning of the stream, but yours darts were one of... I was just playing yesterday, and I hit a finger 180 with the first set of darts. So I just picked another set of darts up, and I put 2 out of the 3 into the treble 20. And then I picked another set of darts up, which was the thingies, the Falcons. Picked the Falcons up, and banged another 1 in with that. So I ended up with 6 out of 9 darts in the treble 20. So 2 times 180s, even if you don't count the other 60. So good do, a good do by all. Yeah, well, that's it, mate. It's thingy. Everybody who goes into the draw, it's absolutely 100%, and it doesn't matter who wins it. Whoever's name comes out of there is whoever's name comes out of there. It doesn't matter where you come from or how much you've put in. The amount of people that put quite a lot in. I mean, Dave Flamings, Dave Flamings, he puts a lot of money into a lot of the different dart channels, and he spends a lot every month, because I do actually notice what people do on other channels as well, because I watch other channels, and he's probably one of the biggest contributors, but he doesn't win it every month. I think he's won it 2 or 3 times. Have you, Dave? Dave's in. Dave Flamings is in. Hiya, Dave. Hope you're well, mate. Just talking about you there. I think you've won it 2 or 3 times, haven't you, Dave? You ever doing the UK Open, Dave? Well, I couldn't do it this year, but for the simple reason is I can't do the quarantine because I work 4 days a week. I work 4 nights a week. So that's why I don't have a massive darts presence, to be honest with you. I do intend to do some opens and stuff like that. I think I'm booked onto the Welsh Open in October. I'm supposed to be going with a couple of other players. Hopefully, if Ray Clark's going to be down there, I'll meet him down there and what have you, and we'll have a real good do. But yeah, I'm going to do the Welsh Open this year in October. Next January, I'm hoping to be in either the UK Open, or it might be the UK Open qualifiers, or I might go to Q School. It all depends. But to be honest with you, like I said, I feel a bit mean doing Q School, And I know it's sort of like, it's one of them, it's the doors opening, it's a massive opportunity and this, that and the other, but it's not really it's not what I want, it's not what I care about. I care about you guys. I care about teaching. I just love teaching people stuff. And this thingy for me was probably one of the biggest revelations in my life when I came across the Dynamite Dave way and decided to build that up, because it's given me the opportunity to give people something. As you know, all the videos, all the live streams and everything, all right, people contribute, but the content is there for free. If you know, nobody's forced to help me out. Loads of people do, and I just think the world of them. I think it's fantastic, but I think the world of all of you. And it's just what I want to do. I don't. Some people, you see, all they're driven by is money. That's all they're driven by, and what they care about. They like playing darts, but what their ambition is to become like the world champion, and it's a lot of money in it now and what have you. But that isn't my calling. My calling is what I'm doing on here, and I'm as happy as pigs in muck. This just suits me. This, but yeah, I will do something. I'll do some competitions hopefully this year, depending on what the lockdown situation turns out at. Hopefully, I'll be able to get enough small competitions in, so like local ones, to build up me match fitness again, and then hopefully I'll put a really good performance in. Fingers crossed at the Welsh Open. Oh, great stuff, Steve Lamore. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. What a star. Thanks, Steve, mate. Just for you, this fella. Whoa. Seeing that, I've only had 2 mouthfuls of my beer and all. It's all right, you'll understand this if you ever have to have a false knee. You do get moments like that. That was almost thingy, wasn't it? What's it called? You've Been Framed, or whatever it's called. I nearly went for one there. That was worth 250 quid, that, wasn't it? Northern Ireland Open, mate. Great comp. Yeah, I've watched it. I've watched it a couple of times on the internet. If it's the one that I think it is, yeah. And to be honest with you, I'd love to be able to come over to Ireland and do a few competitions, because I want to go and see Steve. I want to go and see Brian from BVD Darts. So it's one of my stops that I'll be doing over the next couple of years. I'll definitely be coming over to Ireland and probably doing both ends. For the simple reason is my wife comes from Southern Ireland, so we'll be going over there for a bit of an ease up, and hopefully I might be able to get a little bit of a tour of the country. Might be able to come up north and maybe do both sides of the border sort of thing. My drive is darts. Yeah, I know it is. I know it is, Dave. You think you love your darts, don't you, mate? I know you do. It's funny how it's sort of like, hey, all right, birdie boy, hey, the bet. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like thingy, how when you're really driven by something, you've got a massive passion for something, the things that you're prepared to sacrifice to do it. Like I say, I mean, as you probably think, no, I could be just sat watching telly. I could be just doing my job 5 days a week. It's quite a decent job, so it pays a decent amount of money. I could just do that and do maybe a couple of opens a year and what have you. But the actual drive for me is the love of the game and being able to pass my knowledge and what I know and what I can help other people with. It's actually passing that on. And as I've said in a couple of the other streams, this internet thing that's come about and this streaming, doing the live stuff and doing the Dynamite Dave coaching and the coaching videos. And I know like some people turn around and say, well, you've got, we used to have the Apple, and it was like, oh, it's all about the money. But it isn't. People don't understand. They didn't understand, and some people probably still won't believe it. And it doesn't matter to me whether they do or they don't. But that money that came in, 80% of that went back out again. I was giving dartboards away. I was giving equipment to youth players, to youth centres, to all the local pubs. Nearly every local pub around my area, I've put dartboards in. I've put darts behind the bar. I've done Google reviews and all sorts of stuff in those pubs and all those different clubs and what have you. So I actually give, a good 80% of what I get, and the only like real big proportion of it that I keep for myself is the face-to-face coaching and the coaching videos, which I think is only fair because that is like my sort of professional arm of the thingy of darts coaching with Dynamite Dave, the YouTube channel. So I only think that that's fair, and that hopefully that's where I'm saying is some of these contributions that you send in to me, as they start to build and become a more serious amount of money, I'll be able to either back off work or give up work altogether. And that's what that's my life's passion, is I just want to be able to go round and teach people how to play darts, especially the younger players that are coming up. And I think it's going to turn our game from, it used to be like just an old smoky room, drinkers, pub game, and it's come through to where it is now. And I think there's still a long, long way for it to go. And it's just like, I like to equate it to the Isle of Man TT motorcycle racing. When my father used to do it back in the 60s, late 50s and early 60s, they used to be riding really old motorcycles, like the first Japanese ones were coming in. My old fella used to ride a James 350, so that'll give you an idea of how long ago it was. But where it started there, it came through into the 80s stroke 90s, where obviously we had the two-stroke motorcycles coming in really strong after those old four-stroke, really low-powered bikes. We had more powerful bikes coming in, like the Yamaha RDs, we had the Hondas, and then they went into the VFRs and what have you. And I know I'm going on about motorbikes, and I shouldn't be really, because we're talking about darts, but what I'm trying to explain to you is the progression of everything. It doesn't matter. You go back and look at Formula One in the 1950s and 1960s. You look at cricket in the 1950s, 1960s, golf in the 1950s, 1960s, and darts are just doing the same thing. The only sad part about darts is it's lagged a long way behind because of, and it's, I mean it's a lot of it is the fault of the BDO, because they've absolutely refused over all these years to become more professional and become more of not a competitor for the PDC, but more in line with the PDC. And I think there was a lot of mismanagement went on and what have you. And I know a lot of people out there will agree with me, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me. But I think the new modus and the UK darts that's coming along, I think these new organisations are going to do a lot of good for the game. I just think, or I'm just hoping, that they do actually collaborate properly together and fetch darts into the realm that it should be, especially the ladies' darts and what have you. But I think everybody knows how I feel about the ladies' darts. Let's see if I can read one or two of these now, because I've been waffling for about 5 minutes. At Michael Llewellyn, nice one. At Michael Llewellyn. Don't tell me our Mike's in here. He is and all. If I donate 10 quid, will Mum give him me back? This one up here, this Michael Llewellyn, that's my eldest lad, the one that I bought the dartboard for when he was 21. I've told you loads of times about this, and that's where I got my passion for the game back again. That's my Michael, that's my son that's in. Hiya Sunshine, I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying your work, and I hope you're doing well over there. He's over in the east of the country, miles and miles away, and we don't get to see him because of all this corona thing and what have you. And I miss him terribly, because he was like my little best mate. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, Mike. I missed you there while I was having a good old waffle. Gary Dando's in. Hiya, Gary, mate. At least you never stood on Lego. Oh, I've done worse than that, mate. Michael and the other two have done worse than Lego. I think one of the worst ones was one of Michael's inline skates that I went flying over, if I remember rightly. Hey, Lindy. Competitions you win rather than your teaching. Yeah, Aileen, yeah. And to be honest with you, I get people who ask me stupid questions, and I think, to be honest with you, a lot of them do that, but it's a two-edged sword. I heard a lot of people talking about these old professional dart players that do coaching, but they're sort of like, they're still playing in the same way as they did in the 70s, 80s, 90s. They're not looking at it in a technical way. What they're doing is, basically, if somebody goes to one of the other champion stroke new form of coaches, it's just their sort of experience over the years. It's their opinion and their experience. What I've done is I have actually built the Dynamite Dave throw up and made it so as it's ultimately doable by virtually anybody. And that's the difference. What they will teach you is they will probably tinker around a few things that you're doing. Say your stance might be a little bit too wobbly, or you might be not following through properly. And this is the sort of thing that they will possibly pick up on and get you to alter slightly. Whereas I sort of like strip you right down to the bare bones and build you back up again in a fantastic way of throwing darts, which will last you for the rest of your life. Just by changing your arm speed or something like that, or maybe if you've got a bit of an individualistic throw, changing one thing might only have an effect on you for a couple of weeks, or it might even only have an effect on you for a couple of hours while you're actually there having your coaching. The people who come to me for coaching are reporting back to me after 3 months a totally different new way of throwing darts and a 1,000 times better. And it's not one or two people, as you know, and on the channel it's thousands of people now. Thousands and thousands of people. Right, where are we? That's Aileen. Dave. Lego is the bad. An electric plug. Oh God, yeah. What, have you stood on an electric plug? That is bad, that, especially if you're in your socks or your bare feet. You go right into the bottom of your foot and the big fat squares and all, aren't they? And to be honest with you, even if they don't punch you the skin, they don't half damage the muscles in the bottom of your feet. Really bad. I'd rather have a fingernail go right through my foot than stand on a plug or a Lego block. They're nearly as bad. Streamlabs. Yeah, that's the thing. That is quite a good thing, that, Dave. Well brought up, that, mate. If you do your super chats and what have you, if you click on the link in the description below, in the box below, there's a link in there for Streamlabs. Now, if you do your donations to me through Streamlabs, they'll still come up on the TV thing, they'll still come up on the chat and that, but instead of Google taking 30% off me, I think Streamlabs takes something like about 20. Is it 20% or maybe a little bit less than that? So it does actually make a difference. But I didn't want to mention that until somebody else did, in case people thought that I was just edging for it because I made more money out of it, and that's not the way that I work. What was that? Who's this? Froggy Shampoo. Oh, Froggy Shampoo, all the way from Belgium. You all right, mate? I've not seen you on here before. Welcome to the thingy. Welcome to the crew. There's usually through the live streams, the last 3 or 4 of them, we've had about 275, 280 people through. Obviously, you get the ones that bob in and out, and you get some that stay right the way through. But yeah, it runs at usually, I don't know what we're running at tonight. I'm sure somebody will tell us. But it's usually around the 45, 50 mark now. Do you like frogs, Dave? I love frogs, mate. Absolutely love them. What? Dave Limits. Just tagged you on Instagram. That's Dynamite. All right, nice one. Right. Thanks for that, Dave. Getting somebody else involved. That's mint, that fella. Thanks so much. Brett, carpet grips. Carpet grippers, yeah, they're the ones around the edge of your carpet. Well, you can't see them, can you? Because they're buried underneath the carpet. So you just stick your foot on them. Next thing you know is a sharp pain and a load of blood. Yeah, you're all right, Neil. Neil Magowski. I noticed you earlier on. I think I let on to you earlier on. Anyway, it was great to hear that you're having a bit of a purple patch, mate. Really good, that. So you won that. good though, isn't it? It's great when you think when them doubles go in for you, and especially the doubles go in for you. Just really makes a big difference. I'm unfortunate. Right. Oh, what you can't set what up, thingy, Kieran. If it's Streamlabs, if you click onto Streamlabs, you can pay with a card. If you've got a card, you can pay with a card. Or I think you might be able to pay through PayPal and all, you know. But yeah, you can definitely. Skrill is like a bank account thing. You have to put money into like a wallet, and then people, what they do is they transfer the money from their wallet into mine, sort of thing. But it works out very, very similar to PayPal. The Streamlabs is dead easy. You just click on the thing, on the link, on the what do we call it? It'll take you through to my donation page, and then if you look on my donation page, you can pay by card. So if you want to donate, you can donate with your card at Streamlabs. Or anybody who wants to do like a Patreon. So I've got I've got a few people who are on Patreon, but a lot of them now, what they're doing is they're migrating from Patreon, and what they're doing is they're setting a standing order up, and it's just going straight into my bank account. So it stops all. I mean, Patreon it's really bad because they take a fee off you. So whatever people pay into me, they take a fee off that. They then transfer the money to a company called Payoneer, and then they take another big cut out of it, and then Payoneer charges me another fee to pay it into my bank account. So say I get 10 quid off somebody through Patreon, I end up with £5.70 something. So they take nearly half of it. That's another moan, but it's not a moan at all, really. Steve Payne. Hiya, Steve. Oh, Stuart. Sorry, Stuart. It's all right. I've not got my glasses on, mate. Stuart Payne's in. 35 at the moment. Got 35 watching at the moment. Yeah, it fluctuates up and down, but I think it does for everybody. Oh, Mystery Man Darts. Hello there, Mystery Man Darts. Hiya. Yeah, hey, the thing is, Mystery Man. The mission dartboards, for the money, there's nothing that can touch them. Neil will tell you this. I don't know whether Kieran's got one yet or not, but for less than 30 quid, mate, you can't touch them. And do you know something? It's one of the quietest boards I've ever played on. I'm on like a very like cardboard box wall. I don't know whether you know what I mean by a cardboard box wall, but it's like an internal wall, and it's very, very hollow and very, very echoey. Oh, you've got to wave to him. Oh, my missus is coming in here. This is Dolores, my missus, and she's got to wave to Michael. Say hiya to him.
Hello, Michael.
It's all right, you don't have to be embarrassed.
I'm going again.
And there you go, we've just met my missus. That's my missus letting on to our son. Oh, hey, these live broadcasts, eh? Where was I? Where was I? So yeah, I was talking about thing you want a Patreon and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there's a few different ways you can do it. Like I say, the Patreon thing, a lot of the Patreon people now are migrating from that, and it's 10 times better. All it is the exchange rate. It's just a direct bank transfer, just like you were paying your brother or your sister or anybody. It just transfers across and just cuts all that hassle out, and it cuts all the middlemen out as well. Still. Oh, come on, Kieran, I'm not the top contributor, mate. You are a pillar of this community, and you know you are, mate. It's just, do you know something? I find it heartbreaking, I really do. And there's you, and I think Matt from Atomic Darts. Neil's not doing too bad with his followers. He's got quite a lot of followers, and he's building nicely. But I think, personally, you, like Matt, deserve a lot more subscribers and a lot more viewers and what have you than you get. I really do. I think you're one of the most genuine blokes I've ever come across, and you're just an absolute star. I think you're a star. You're so generous and you're so kind to everybody. I just think you deserve a lot more subscribers and a lot more traffic through your thing, your videos than you actually get. But that's just me. That's how I feel. What's that? You're the only one who has donated so far. Are you kidding me? Tell you what, I wish I still had PayPal, mate. I'd send you some more. Get yourself on something like Streamlabs or something like that. I mean, I think anyway, I've sorted you some darts out and a shirt and stuff like that, and I'll always keep trying to finger support you the best way that I can, mate. I always will. Have I ever been to Denmark? No, I've been to Amsterdam. So no, not been to Denmark, but I've been to Amsterdam. And when I went there, it was that season where they make that lager. That's I think it was something like about 8%. Probably one of the nicest lagers I've ever had. It's cloudy. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's not wheat beer though. It's definitely not wheat beer, but it's like a cloudy lager. And do you know something? It was one of the nicest lagers I've ever had, and I could only drink 1 pint of it. Now I could drink me, but I could only drink 1 pint of that. I was feeling slightly kale-eyed afterwards. Charlie Gray's in. Hiya, Charlie, mate. I hope you're well. I hope you're well, mate. Not seen you for a while. Oh no, you can't go wrong with a Mission dartboard. You certainly can't. I mean, the thing of the Windmill Blade 5 has been the top of my tree for a long time. Yeah, but this Mission dartboard is proper giving it a run for its money, and it's only the one. It's not the two. So I haven't even seen a thingy of Samurai 2 yet, and I believe they're a lot more HD. The colours are a lot more vivid on them, etc. €42.95 in promotion in Holland. Just bought one of the Mission 2s. So €42, 38 euros, 37 euro, sorry, 37 quid. So you're looking at like a tenner, aren't you? Over and above what we can get them for in England. Which, to be honest with you, ain't too bad when you think about your import tax and stuff like that. It's not bad at all, that. And I tell you something, they're worth every penny, mate. I've had 80 quid dartboards, I've had 60 quid dartboards, I've had 50 quid dartboards, and not a one of them hold a candle to this, mate. Not a one of them. I don't care whether it's the Gladiator 3. I don't think the Gladiator 3 is as good as one of these. Not when you're talking about value for money, usability, the healing quality of it and everything. I don't think even the Shot dartboards, and they're supposed to be really good. I've never had one from Shot because they've never sent me one, and I wouldn't spend 80 quid on a dartboard, not a chance. But from what I've seen of them, I think the Mission dartboard is by way and a far better than any of the others. I've got cash apps as well. I tell you what, Kieran, let me know what they are, mate, because obviously it's better for the people that are on here, if there's any sort of like apps or anything like that, the more options I can give people, especially if they're fee-free, that's better for everybody, innit? Of course it is. Steve Coulter, hiya, mate. Hope you're well. 37 quid. Yeah, Dave, so it's like 37 quid. Tell you what, though, it's still worth it. So the 7 quid dearer than they are here. I think they're 30 quid here, aren't they? £29 something. I'd be moving some bits and bobs in my room. A bit more room. I think you're on it with the Bitcoin. Evening all. Hiya, Dan, mate. I hope you're well. Yeah, tell you what, you can send me some Bitcoins if you want, but only full ones. Just the full one, that's 60 grand or something. I'll have a couple of full ones if you've got any. Right, let's have another bit of a chuck. Oh, I'll tell you what we were going to do. We were going to have a look at those super darts, weren't we? Right, so I've already got them out of the case, because I did actually chuck these once or twice, going back about 2 or 3 months now. And quite impressed with them I was. So these are the Travis Borers super darts. It's a nice straight barrel, but they've got a really, really nice grip on them. And it's slightly, not one way, but it's got like a good grip going forward and quite quite a mild grip going backwards, so when you're actually driving the dart to the board, you've got really good grip on it, but as the dart leaves your hand, it doesn't catch into your skin or anything, which I find is really good. Neil's darts, £4, £4 extra, bud, which to be fair is good. Yeah, fantastic. Hi Ashley Calvert, you alright mate? Hope you're well. Right, so let's get some flights and stems on this. I won't use the actual super dart ones, because what they'll do is these will go in the raffle. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll put these into the raffle. Don't do a raffle anymore. What am I on about? The donators free prize giveaway. I'll put it onto the donators free prize giveaway for next month. So these will go in with the other darts and the dart board and the dart scorer and all that sort of stuff for next month. So don't forget, anybody who donates to the channel, in whichever way you do it, doesn't matter whether it's through Streamlabs, whether it's through a super chat, any way that you contribute to the channel during the month, that will be reflected in the donators free prize giveaway at the end of every month. At the moment it's on the 25th. What I might be doing at some point is changing it to the last live stream of the month, and then what I'll do is it might be the last Sunday of the month or the last Friday of the month, and then what we'll do is we'll start drawing them out live. So that should be good fun. And cheapest boards around here in the States. Yeah, I'm assuming we're still on the mission one. Well, you mean your tribute video? It's like anything, mate. You know what it's like. I do a bit on it, and then I've got to go and do, like today, I've had to film 4 coaching videos today, and as I don't know whether you know, but it takes about 4 hours to do each from start to finish. So the filming of them takes about an hour a piece. So I've done about 4 hours worth of filming. Then me and the missus went and did a bit of shopping. And then when we came back, we had to go up to Jason's. You know, as I've been telling you over the last couple of weeks about doing this big deck that we've done in back of his garden and what have you. And what I'll do is I'll put on probably Twitter and Facebook some photographs of it when it's finished. We've just been up there late on this afternoon to finish the steps off. So the steps that go up from the garden, so there's 4 or 5 steps where you step up from the garden onto the actual decking. We've made some big 2 metre wide steps that go up, so it's nice and wide, so 2 people can pass each other and what have you. So I'm looking forward to a bit of shall we say, entertaining out there hopefully this summer, once all this lockdown gets dropped a bit. Game of Thrones. Nice one. Nice one, Game of Thrones. Nice one, mate. Tell you, there's not many people deserve it more than Kieran. He really is a really, really nice bloke. Clayton B. Clayton B's in the house. Have you changed your thingy? Your, what do you call it? Your avatar thing? Oh, Johnny Baby's in. Cheers, Johnny Baby. 15 there, $15. Nice one, mate. Thank you so much. Let's get you on 80. Oh, look, it's turned its head off again. Right, you ready for this? Here we go. Ready? 180. Thank you so much for that. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Charlie the Boss, I remember you saying in one of your coaching videos, I think it was with Andy or someone, when you said, don't do that. Tesco's, they'll throw you out. It made me laugh. Oh, I say all sorts of things that make people laugh, mate. I know exactly what you're talking about. What was it I was saying there? Was it something about... Oh, that was it, the serving hand. Taking your darts out your hand and doing that. And I said to you, you can do it in your kitchen, you can do it in your living room, but whatever you do, don't do it at Tesco's because they'll chuck you out. Hang on a minute. Yes, Dave, I've replied. Was that for me? I lost the video, Dave. I'll look at another set. Yeah, okay, mate. It's thing, like I say, we're busy people, and like I say, we spoke a couple of times since, but it just didn't materialise, did it? But I'm sure we can sort something out, and that's what we need to do. Start doing some collaboration videos, and maybe at some point when I get this sorted out and I get onto premium, when I get onto the premium, I can do interviews. And that's one of the things that I would like to do is interview you, interview Kieran, just have a little bit of banter and what have you. And some of the others, I might even be able to get Matt on, you never know. Be great to get Matt Edgar on possibly, or the darts referee, and just have a little bit of a talk about darts and about what their feelings are about coaching. They might think that what I do is a load of rubbish, which is fine if that's what their opinion is. That's totally fine, and that's why we progress on, is by talking about things, debating them, and everybody's opinion is different, and everybody's opinion is valid and valuable. Right, here we go. What we'll do is we'll have a quick chuck with these. So these are the Super Darts Travis Borers. So let's have a chuck with these. I remember I only chucked these for, I didn't have that many goals with them, but I think my third visit with them was an 180 on it. I think I put it out on the channel. Yeah, the grip's all right on them. Grip's all right on them. The balance is not too bad. I think these are one of those very much of a muchness darts. They actually look quite nice. They've got a nice blue inlay in them. The printing on them is quite nice, but they're just a nice straight dart with a little bit of a tapered nose on them. See if we can start grouping them a little bit. Get the arm warmed up a tiny bit again. Don't forget, if it comes out your hand wrong, put it back, fetch it back out again. And as you can see, that's your grouping starting to come along. 2 or 3 chucks in. Ooh. Oh, 100. Yes, they are very similar. They're, I tell you what I really did like, Peter Wright's darts, is I really do like their Mambas. You know the Mamba 2s? I really like the Mamba 2s. I had them, I think they were green when they first came out. And they were a really, really good dart. I really enjoyed throwing them. And the Euro 11s. The ones with the blue with the like a shot blasted texture to them. I like them. I had them in one of the old days when it was a raffle. What do we call it? I had some of them that I actually got for it and chucked them, and I was dead impressed with them. I played really well with them. I think I played 5 legs with them. Seems to ring a bell that I had a bit of a spate where when I was doing the darts reviews prior to them being part of the end of month, I seem to remember starting to do some legs with them, and I think did I do 2 12 dart legs or something with them, something like that. But they were really good. I really enjoyed throwing them, and I found the grip, even though it was quite different to anything that I'd ever chucked before, I found them really good. Hiya Mark, you all right mate? Mark's in the house. Hope you're well. You've missed a couple of things, Mark. You've missed me nearly falling over. Yeah, the old false knee went a bit wobbly, and I think I nearly fell over. People were saying I was drunk, but I'm not. Not yet, anyway. Right, Kieran, thank you so much, mate. That means the world to me, that, mate. Thanks so much. Star, absolute star. Let's get you 180, fella. This is for the Scottish lad does darts reviews. It's our Kieran, and this is just for you, mate. 180. Loving it, loving it. Cheers. Thanks for that, Kieran. Absolute star. Oh, it's Bigfoot Shabba. You all right, mate? Hey, I got that thing. The message came through, the notification. God, you know something? That video that you put that comment on, I think was one of the first videos I ever did. And you're going back some serious years there, aren't you, mate? Some serious years. Simon Scott has just donated £2. Simon Scott, thank you so much, mate. I'll get you 180. I'm sorry I was a bit behind there because I've got two screens. I have two screens. And the donations come in on one screen first before they come onto the actual main screen. Right, so, Simon Scott, here we go, mate. This is just for you.
180.
He's brilliant, Russ Bray, isn't he? I don't know whether he's got the best one. I think 180s, I think he might have the best call. But 140s is that bloke from the BDO that Steve Lamore does a fantastic impression of. He was only around for one season before the BDO sort of like imploded, but he was proper funny. Dave Laminx. I have the Red Dragon, Peter Wright's Green Mamba 90s. But yeah, them are them, mate. Them are them. Them are them. The thing of the Mambas, they were fantastic. I loved them, mate. For weekend. I can't wait till they open the pubs again, mate. I'm definitely going for a pint when that happens. Yeah, it was one of the first, I think it was the first video I ever made, wasn't it? And that was the video from where I told you the two lads. I was coaching them in the thing of the pub up the road there, the two JDC lads. And that was the video that they persuaded me to make that first one. And I think in the first 2 to 3 weeks, it had something like 400 views, which is nothing really if you think about it in comparison to what I get now. But it was just like, it was mind-blowing. The fact that anybody watched it, I thought, nah, this is mad, this. And then, like I say, just they said to me, all you do is just carry on, and I just did, and look where we are now. What are we, about 5 years later, I think, now, something like that. Out of little acorns. Out of little acorns. Aileen Harvey's in. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Aileen Harvey's in with the old skydiver. And this is for Aileen. And you can record this one. This is for your next 180.
180.
That's just for Aileen. Thanks, Aileen. Thank you so much. And we've got Ann Starman. Ann Starman. 10 quid. Thank you so much, mate. Mate, means the world.
180.
Yeah. Well, that's just for you. That's mint, that. Thank you so much. It makes a massive difference. Is Aileen going? Hang on a minute. Have I missed something there? Oh, popping off now, guys. Yep. Thanks so much, Aileen. See you next week, sweetheart. Take care of yourself now. And yeah, if we don't see you on Sunday, we'll see you next Friday. So one of the crew's on her way out. She's off going off and doing a bit something different. Yeah, they are, Kieran. They are. I'm amazed, and it's just. Do you know something? It's very, very humbling because, like I say, the first streams that I had, I think the first stream I ever had, I had about 15 or 20 people watching it, and now we're kicking off at 30s. I think last week I got to 60 at one point, which I think is really good. I'm really chuffed about that, and I think it's, like I say, it's not industry leading or anything like that, but it's really humbling because for people to recognise you and what have you, and get involved and what, and I just absolutely love it. GYN, Gin Carpenter. Gin Carpenter's in. Hello, Gin. Hope you're well. Since I've been using your tips on aiming for the dart flight, my grouping and accuracy has improved tenfold. There you go. See, little things, little tips. And you've got that as a little bit of a tip. So that should tell you that trying a couple of the Dynamite Dave techniques, just try feeding one or two into your actual game. Maybe the stance. If you're leaning right over on your front foot at the moment, and you're hovering about, try standing up more upright. Believe me, it only makes the dartboard about 5 inches further away, and all that means is a tiny little bit of an increase in arm speed, which is virtually zero. And you're far better off being stable and throwing that extra 2 or 3 inches to the dartboard than leaning over and wobbling all over the place and dragging them into the 1s and the 5s. I absolutely promise you. Mark. Yeah, I'll be Rockefeller soon, I'm sure. Clayton B. Clayton B, yeah, you need more subscribers. 666 isn't enough. Is that what I've got now? 6,600? I mean, to be honest with you, I do know what I've got over 6,000. I thought it was about 6.5 at the moment. But I don't fixate on stuff like that. All I like doing is I like just teaching people, and the subscribers they've only grown at their own rate. When I first started the channel up, a great friend of mine, Darren Watson from the Darts Review channel, he sort of like rocketed me, and I think it might have been because I've got something slightly different to offer than the lads that do commentary on what could you say, commentary on the darts or darts reviews. Don't forget I do coaching, so it's something slightly different. Now he put a little bit of a video out for me. If you go onto Darren Watson's site, you'll see it. If you type in Dynamite Dave, he did a little bit of an introduction video for me. And that, seriously, and this is no word of a lie, I tell you could have picked me up off the canvas. It was like I'd been hit by Mike Tyson. Over the space of 4 days, I gained about 12 or 1,300 subscribers. It was just like, what? And then from then, it's just exponentially grown in little bits. I don't go out like trying to grab loads of subscribers. If you've noticed on my videos, I don't say every 5 minutes, subscribe, do this, do that, do the other. To be honest with you though, if you haven't subscribed, it's the best thing in the world that you can do for someone. And if you haven't done it for me, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up and hit the notification bell, and do the same for Kieran, the same for Neil's Darts, the same for Love Darts. It costs you nothing, and it doesn't cost anything, and it won't do anything. If you just subscribe and you don't want the notifications, you can turn those notifications off. It's the subscribing to a YouTuber's channel that makes all the difference. It means that you can get to that point where you can monetize your videos quicker. Obviously, the more subscribers you've got, when people watch your videos, your actual ad money goes by how many subscribers you've got and how many clicks you've got. So basically how many people watch your videos and how many subscribers you've got. It also goes off, a lot of people don't know this, but it also goes off the chat that gets going in your actual videos themselves as well. So obviously these live streams, that's why the live streams are monetized. It's not, because don't forget, everybody who comes into it, you only watch a video at the beginning of it, and then when you click out of it, there's nothing there. So you watch 1, 5, 10, 15 second video advert, sorry, at the beginning, but it's all the super chat, it's all the chat that goes on. That sort of like builds more revenue into it. You get a bigger percentage, even though it's not a lot of actual adverts. It's really complicated. I'm like, my head's awash with it half of the time. And just to give everybody an idea, like I say to you, I'm always dead up front about everything and dead honest about everything. The first 2 months, so 2 months of adverts and super chats and what have you, I got my first payment the other day from AdSense, and it was 240 odd, 250 quid for 2 months. So as you can imagine now you know, you're never ever going to get rich on it, not unless you get like millions of views. So I just thought that would be something nice for people to know. You're a great help to all of us, and thanks for what you do. Thanks, Clayton. That's really nice, that. Thanks very much. don't forget, I get as much out of this as you guys do. I really do. I think actually I love doing what I do. I've rushed back tonight, and I'll tell you what, I had about 3 or 4 mouthfuls out of my drink, and my dinner is still out here. There you go. That's what I got to eat out of my tea tonight, so I could get on the air for 7 o'clock. And that was, like I say, after going to Jason's and doing the doing the garden and what have you. We got back here, then somebody rang me and I got stuck on the phone, and then I come up here. I was trying to eat me pizza as well as start Streamlabs up, and it wouldn't start up. It wouldn't open up. It needed an update, so I was like that, and I was frantic. I thought to myself, it's never going to update in time. But it did, just. Hey, yep, so that gives you an idea of just how much I love this. And I really do. De Graaf. Steffi De Graaf. It's a bit of tennis. I like arrows because they're extra free. Oh, right, what have I missed out on here? Darren, the Darts Review channel is brilliant. Yeah. Bought my... Yeah, he's brilliant. Darren is brilliant. And his thing, like I say, he's done loads for me. I haven't done any for a long time, but I did used to do quite a lot of plugging his channel and what have you. But very, very deserved. So his thing, he is... I suppose he's the grandfather of it, isn't he, on YouTube? Like I consider myself to be like the grandfather of the darts coaches, because there was virtually none about when I first started 5 years ago. When I first started 5 years ago, there might have been 1 or 2. Wayne Mardle wasn't doing it, Chris Mason wasn't doing it, none of the others. They were doing coaching, but nothing to do with YouTube. But yeah, so I suppose I'm the grandfather of the YouTube darts coaches. Yeah, because I like arrows because they were $32 per set when I bought them. Yeah, like Neil will tell you, there's only a couple of ones up on here. You don't have to spend a fortune on a set of darts to get a good set of darts. If you want a set of darts because they were because they're a player's set of darts, the one thing that I would say to you on that case is be careful, because a lot of these players that endorse darts have never thrown them. You do get the ones like Nathan Aspinall. If you buy a set of Nathan Aspinall darts, they're the ones that he throws on the telly. They are actually his darts. You buy a set of Phil Taylor's darts, Michael Van Gerwen's darts, you name it, RVB's darts, and there's probably 1 or 2 sets out of a 10 or 15 set, 10 or 15 different models that they purport to be their darts that they've ever actually even thrown. And some of them have thrown the same darts for years and years and years, so they don't throw any of the darts, they just endorse them. Fingy's one of the big ones for that and all is Gary Anderson. If you look at the darts, they all are pretty similar, but there are differences between them, and he hasn't thrown them all. He's thrown, I reckon, over the last 5 years, he's probably thrown 3 different sets of darts maybe, and they must have fetched out 8 or 10 different sets of Gary Anderson darts over the last 4 or 5 years. So it's just, as I've said before, it's, what do we call it? It's flies and fishermen. Is she in? She is. Yeah, it's nice, that Finger Kieran. Nice tribute, that, mate. Really is. Some good words there, mate. Steve Beaton. Steve Beaton has thrown with every set of darts that come out that I know. Well, Steve Beaton is yeah. I can agree with that because obviously I don't buy Steve Beaton's darts, but the darts that he does fetch out, he doesn't fetch them out every 5 minutes, does he? I mean, you look at the Phil Taylor ones, how many sets of darts there are out of his. Well, if you're going all the way from the old ones, if you look in Argos, you can get Phil Taylor brass darts. And you're not telling me that Phil Taylor has thrown brass darts, because he hasn't. So it's one of them. It's like I say, it is. I understand where you're coming from, and if you like a player's darts, and the only thing you can afford is an entry-level set of brass darts, but there's no way that Phil Taylor's thrown them darts. But you can buy brass Phil Taylor darts. You can buy brass Michael Van Gerwen darts. You can buy brass Raymond Van Barneveld darts. But they don't throw them. They're just endorsing them. Which is, like I say, all right if you know what the crack is. Yeah. Good lad, isn't he, Kieran? He is a good lad. Sound lad. Joe Rodriguez, when I get my grand's teeth in, is in the house. Cheers from CA. Yeah. See you soon, Aileen. Take care, sweetheart. We'll see you next week. Right, let's get back and see if we can warm this arm up a little bit. See if we can bang some decent scores in with these super darts. Super darts. Won't like it. See, 3 or 4 visits and arm starts to warm up a little bit. They actually start going in the right direction. Derek Oliver's in. Hiya mate, hope you're well. Do you still rate Corona 360 as? I see you've changed the lights. As a thing is, a circular light, not wrong with them at all. If you're playing, your mates and what have you, not a bad thing. The one thing that I've found 1,000 times better with this 180 Lumina is I found it like very, very strange, because even though it's a flat light, it doesn't put any shadows out. If you look on the board now, there's no shadows from the darts. So what type of light technology that is, I don't know, but I was very, very impressed with it. The Corona was absolutely fine. I think that's living in one of the pubs now. But yeah, when I get new stuff, that's what I do, is like the Corona, I went and put that up in a pub so as other people could enjoy it. And it makes a big difference when you're playing, doesn't it? It's a lot better having that than just having one single spot lamp bulb like a lot of the pubs do, and a lot of the pubs won't pay for a dartboard. Most of the pubs around where I am, before I started putting dartboards in and changing them on not a regular basis but a semi-regular basis, most of the dartboards looked like the dog had chewed them, and the lights that they had up were absolutely dire. They were pathetic. It was very, very difficult to play darts in some of the pubs because you couldn't see what you were doing. But, like I say, that's what I like to do. Oh, this is a good one. Shivam. Shivam. Hiya, mate. I hope I've pronounced that right. I probably haven't, but I've had my best go at it. Yeah, well, the thing is, I've what do you call it? I've got loads of ideas of things that are going to come up. It's been absolutely mad the last few, I'd say probably the best part of a month. I've been doing other things. I've not had the time, the downtime, because of coaching and what have you. Like I say, it's difficult for me. it sounds like I'm moaning, but I'm not, because I love doing what I'm doing. I absolutely love it, and I'll be here every week, and I thoroughly enjoy it. But it's hard work. Getting to play people online and what have you would be an absolute luxury for me, because I do coaching during the day and I work at night. I can be answering anything up to 40, 50 emails a day, sometimes way above that. Requests for coaching, requests for shout outs, people asking me where they can donate. There's all sorts of questions coming. If people ask me a question, I try and answer it. So yeah, it's just, I'd love to be able to have the luxury of being able to do like online playing with different players. But yeah, it's something that I have actually thought about, and it's something that I think I will actually go up on. But what I might do is I might do it a slightly different way and do it through Zoom or something like that, and maybe get a group of people together, say £5 each or something like that, and you get an hour with Dynamite Dave and we can play legs and that sort of stuff, make it a little bit more intimate. Other than that, possibly like what Mark does, which is like plays people on Knacker. But what I'd like to be able to do is, when I'm doing something like that, I might actually do it as a different, totally separate live stream. So what I'd like to be able to do is actually get their dartboard up on, like they do for the proper tournaments and what have you, and then we could play darts, say have 3 or 4 legs rather than 1 leg, and have a bit of a chit chat while we do it. So hopefully, if it's through Zoom or something like that, you can talk to each other. So it's just all sorts of things that I've got in my head. I've got loads and loads of ideas, mate. Loads of ideas, but fetching those to fruition is never, or is very rarely the easiest thing in the world to do. Oh, my mate's in. Way up in the darts. All right, mate, I hope you're well. Yeah, mate, I'm all right. Like I say, I was on a bit of a pressure one to get onto the actual live stream tonight on time, but we made it. Colin M, hiya, mate, I hope you're well. Colin M's in the house. Advice for people who can't follow through with their throw. I've got to be absolutely honest with you, mate. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see you actually throwing to find out why you're not following through. A lot of people start off like that I coach. There's a couple of this week that I've been doing, and one of them has a really short stabby throw and no follow through. But we did an online live session, and within 5 minutes he had a follow through, because I was there and I could keep saying to him, no, stop, hang on, no, you need to do this, you need to do this, because I could actually get onto him like that. In the end, like I say, 5-10 minutes, and he did have a follow through. It's not the best follow through in the world, but over the next, hopefully, 2 or 3 months, if he has a session every month with me, we'll make a totally different dart player out of him. And I don't think there's any doubt about that whatsoever. Other guys in Bomb Squad. Yeah. Be a good idea, that, wouldn't it? Get, what do you call it? Get, like I say, a Zoom community going or something like that, where we can run like a bit of a Zoom chat sort of thing. Or, well, you've got Zoom, haven't you? You've got Skype, but you need to be able to split the screen. So I think Zoom is probably the only way to go doing it. But yeah, see, the thing is what I do when I play on Zoom, and to be honest with you, it's great because there's no cheating or anything, and I think it works really, really well. What I do is I get my Zoom camera up. I have my Zoom camera on the dartboard, and what I do is I've got my tablet on the wall next to the dartboard. So when I score, whoever I'm playing with, so say I was playing Neil, we both have our dart scorers on whichever dart scorer, whichever way you want to do it. You can use your own dart scorer, you can use Russ Bray, you can use whatever you want. I set it up for 2 players, Dynamite Dave and you. I set it up for Dynamite Dave and you. So they're both set up the same. When I throw, if I throw a 140, you bang 140 in for me. When you throw, you put your 140 into your system and I put it into mine. So there's 2 scorers going at the same time. So very, very few mistakes, and there's no cheating, because it's agreed between the 2 of you as you're going along what scores are going in. Because you shout your score and both of you have to put it in. So it eliminates all that where people are like saying that they're on Well, they're on their knacker with a 40 average, and then when they come to play me, they've got like a 97 average or something like that, which I've experienced before now. Oh, smashing. I'll have to start. Hey, Finn, way up there. We're going to have to get sorted out between us. We're going to have a conversation or something about this and see if I can get it sorted up. See if I can get it sorted out even. You can tell how tired I am. I'm thinking I'm mixing my words up. That's what I mean. Mine is like a very stabby and inaccurate throw, so might look into some tutorials from you in the future. It'll make, you ask anybody on here that's been coached by me, or people who have just watched my videos and decided to change, the best thing that you can do, hand on heart, the best thing you can do is lay your darts down and decide, because it's got to be a decision. It's like anything in life. Only you can make that decision, because once you've made that decision, you've got to stick to it. You can't change your throw. Doesn't matter whether it's a little bit or a lot. You can't change your throw and expect to throw 9 darts or 12 darts or 15 darts or 10 visits or 20 visits and expect your throw to change and be better. It doesn't work like that. The amount of people that I get that talk to me and they say, oh, I've tried your way and it doesn't work for me. And the first question is, how long were you doing it? Oh, I tried it one afternoon for half an hour. Well, if you write right-handed and you try writing with your left hand, if you can write perfectly within half an hour, I'll put my hand in my own pocket and give you something. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen. You've got to put the legwork in. But I absolutely guarantee it, and believe me, if you're prepared to persevere at it and you're prepared to put that legwork in, the difference that it will make to the way that you play darts is unbelievable. And it's all just simplicity and common sense. Simple as that. You have to pay a membership for Darts Connect. Yeah, I believe you do. I think to play outside the free lobbies, you need the UKDA run a free now. Right. So basically, you're far better off subscribing to it. What is it a month? Way up there. How much is it a month? Is it something like £5 or something? I know it's not a massive amount, because I'm on LinkedIn with the guy who owns it, the guy who invented it. Can't remember his name now. I think he's called Carl or something like that. Free night. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks, Wayne. Oh, you're a star, you are. Cheers, fella. I try my best. I try my best. Best known cheater on the internet. Which one's that then? Is that the guy who got caught when refreshing his camera and sticking his darts in board? Just unbelievable. Yeah, but the thing is right, another one, I'm going to have another waffle now, I'm going to have another rant. Let me tell you this, right, and this is an absolute fact, this is, right, if you cheat, the only person who's losing out is you. The amount of times that thingy, especially going back years, I used to do a lot on Facebook on Darts Ints Tips and Advice. I think it's Darts Ints Tips and Discussions or something like that now. And Darts Achievement. I used to spend a lot of time on there. And people used to put photos of 180s up. And you always got some, like, small-minded person. You've just stuck them in and took a photograph of it. And my response to that was always the same, right? If you put 3 darts into a board and take a photograph of it and tell everybody you've done a 180, the only person you're damaging is you, no one else. What do you actually gain by doing that? Do you actually think that it saves you putting the effort in to be able to gain the skill to put those 3 darts in the board by throwing them? I don't understand what it gains you. It doesn't gain you anything. All it does is it just means that you're cheating yourself. And I don't understand how anybody can be happy doing that. Because every time you look at that photograph, you know that you've cheated doing that. You know what you've done to actually produce that. I mean, I've had it loads of times, haven't I? People who've been on my channel, and all it is it's just these certain small-minded, very, very tiny minority of people who say, you've edited that, you've done this, you've done that. And I quite openly tell everybody, I do editing in my videos. If I'm doing a 100% live video of me throwing darts, like I do when I do Kieran's 12 dart challenges, I do it so as you see it right from the word go. I reach up, I switch the camera on, and there's no editing in it whatsoever. Other than that, if I'm doing coaching videos or I'm doing something that doesn't involve live throwing, what you've got to understand is my doorbell goes. I've got to go and answer it. My phone goes, so I've got to go and answer it. Neil will tell you this. You cannot make coherent videos without editing. It's impossible. I used to do them where I'd have my phone. If you go right back to the beginning of where I used to do my videos, the one that fingered at what Shabba, one that Shabba watched earlier on. That is literally me just putting the phone up, and it's all 100% live. And then if you watch my videos going through, you can see the difference. And if you go and watch one of the old ones compared to what they are now, and it's what people want. People want something that's a little bit more polished. I mean, I know people love the way that I waffle on, but that's just me, isn't it? But if you want a polished video, like a darts review video, if you want a really good darts review video, that has to be edited. You can't have, Neil can't do the close-ups with the darts, do the measuring, do all that, do all the preparation, all live in front of the camera, because that darts review, and Neil will confirm this, that darts review could possibly be 45 minutes long for a 5-minute video, while the camera's still running and he's picking it up, moving camera about, and so there's always editing in videos, and it's just something that's part of the course. But if I ever put something up and I say it's filmed 100% live, then that's exactly what it is. It's like now, I can't cheat this now. I can't be throwing 60s, 140s and what have you and cheat now. It's live. So the people who turn around and say that you're cheating, you're doing this, you're editing it, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing the other, those are usually the people that actually do that sort of stuff themselves. And they feel that guilty about it that they try and push that on other people. Cheers, Wayne. Yeah, like I say, it's one of them, mate. You've got to have the faith, and you've got to have the belief in me to throw away all those preconceptions that you've got. The amount of people that I've coached and they've come here and they've had a very individualistic throw and they've been at the wit's end because they're throwing at a 30-35 average. A lot of them are lads that have come back to darting in the 50s, and they used to be the star in the pub, and they were fantastic at playing, and they think when they've had a 20-year layoff from playing darts, when they come back they're going to be able to play the same as they did when they were young. Biggest mistake ever. Your body is 20 years older. Your muscle mass is 20 years older. Your muscle tone is nothing like it is when you're young. And if you've got an individualistic throw trying to replicate the throw from when you were 20, 25, when you come back to it when you're in your mid-40s or early 50s, is an absolute disaster. I know this because my brother, our kid, did exactly the same thing. He was absolutely dynamite, giving him my name, but he was absolutely dynamite when he was a young lad, and he had 20 years off. His darts went into a cigarette tin. They got put in the loft, and he didn't chuck darts till I came back to playing darts, and then he came back after me. I started playing, and he started playing again after me. And when he came back, he couldn't throw the darts anywhere near like he could when he was young. But now he's playing darts at a really good level again because he started, because I've been playing darts with him and what have you, he started to change his throw, possibly without even knowing it, but he started to change his throw a while back, and his darts now, he's getting 180s, 140s. I'm thinking I'm only giving him 100 head start now, and he's watching me call it. He's on me. Some days he actually wins, and he's just getting better and better because he's converted to the Dynamite Dave way, and his throw is very, very similar to mine. It didn't used to be, but it is now. And it's made a massive difference to him, just the same as it has to a lot of you guys out there. We open the darts. Yep, he is the thing of the home of darts in Stoke-on-Trent, without any doubt. Get over there to Way Opener's Darts. If you go onto his website, you can find a link on it you can go on Google, find it from Facebook, find it from Twitter. Go and click on that. He's got a fantastic website, and I'm on there as well. So that's another good thing. Good plug there for it. Yeah, I'm on the website as well. Matador darts you can't get away with not editing anymore. Yeah, you can't. Trends change. The digital media, so people won't take on. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what it is. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, Matador, I've got to be honest with you. The one thing that virtually everybody likes about the way that I communicate is because I actually talk and it comes from the heart. And I do make mistakes sometimes. I'm terrible with figures and stuff like that. But they know that it's honest, and what I'm saying is what I believe, and I absolutely believe it. And I think that comes across. But like you say, yeah, the editing, you look at Mark's videos, Love Darts, you look at his videos, the actual production value in them, the production content in them is just outstanding. His intros and what have you are outstanding. And I tell you what, I really, really wish I had the time and I could do something like that. Like when I look at some of his intros and some of the things that he does, I just think it's absolutely marvellous. I really do. But mine are just a little bit more simpler, obviously nowhere near as professional as that. But I just like to think, and I hope that the content that I'm delivering makes up for the fact that I haven't got all this fantastic technological ability. You've come quite a long way, Dave. But the joy I get from watching your videos from the beginning is how you've grown and still helping the dart community over 6 years. Oh, is it over 6 years now? Wow. Yeah. Do you know something? I'll still be here in another 6 years. I'll still be here in another 10 years. If you guys still want me, and I'm hoping that it grows. I'm hoping that it keeps growing, and I'm hoping in another 10 years' time I might have 100,000 followers. You never know. But this is more important to me than anything like being on the telly or out like that. Me being here with you guys on a Friday night or on a Sunday night is now and always will be more important to me than even if I get a call from the PDC or I get a call from the BDO or Modus or somewhere like that, or some big company that wants to like take on my brand and pay me a massive wage and all that. That doesn't, I won't say it doesn't interest me, because I'd like to be able to get the word out to more people. Obviously, this is a small close-knit community, talking 60 people tonight. I'm doing at the moment 30,000 views a month, somewhere there or thereabouts. Sometimes it's north of 30,000, sometimes it's slightly south of 30,000. But I'm averaging about 30,000 views a month on my videos and my live streams. So it's getting there and it's growing, and this is what's more important to me than being a millionaire. Being a millionaire has no draw for me at all, to be honest with you. I'm a very strange person, me. I think that money is basically, it's just numbers on a screen. At one time, it used to be pound notes in your pocket, didn't it? Now all it is a card, isn't it? And your salary or whatever it is, it's just numbers on a screen. And if you win the lottery, it just means that you can go and buy more material stuff. Whereas, to be honest with you, I'll be quite happy, me, with a pint in my hand, a set of darts, a dartboard, and a load of really nice people. And that'll do for me, that. As long as I've got enough to have a decent life where I can have an holiday, a couple of beers of a weekend, like I say, a game of darts, and more importantly, be able to talk to you lot. And this just makes my week, it really does. And I always look forward from a Friday to a Sunday. And no, I'm not down in it. Whip it. Oh! Yeah, well, to be honest with you, mate, yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. I feel that the content and what I'm trying to get across to people, hopefully the way that I come across, the way that I speak to people, the way that I care about them, the way that I do what I do, is more important to them than, like you say, a bit of flashy technology. And that's why by now, Neil's Darts and all the others, they can play on Knacker on the live streams and what have you. But, do you know, I mean, I wouldn't say that I don't want to do it, because I do want to do it, but I just like doing what I'm doing, if you know what I mean. I had this great idea of having this spinny wheel for giving stuff away and what have you, but again, it's just more and more gimmicks, isn't it? I think the end of month donators giveaway, I think, is a really good idea. It gives me the opportunity to give you guys something back. Don't forget, there's people that come on that are not well off. I mean, I ain't not well off. I live in an ex-council house, so I ain't no well off person. But you know what I mean? There's people out there that will struggle to buy a set of darts, or struggle to buy a dartboard, or struggle to buy something, whereas they might be able to afford a couple of quid donation to the channel, and it's quite possible that they could win themselves a full setup. Because as I said before, if you put 10 quid in, that means that you get 5 opportunities to win, or not win, to be the recipient of the free pies giveaway. So you get 5 opportunities for that. And if you win the first one, you've still got 4 opportunities to win the second one. So I just think I think it really is like dead good and dead fair and dead. I enjoy being able to give a little bit back. I really do. Where are we? Ooh, oh, somebody's in. Karen Van Rijn. Karen Van Rijn. That's my little go at it. €2. Thank you very, very much. I shall get you 180 right now. Right, are you ready for this? This is yours, Karen.
180.
Thank you so much. Means a massive amount, that. Thanks so much. The Grizzly. Hello, the Grizzly. Hope you're well. I hope it's not English beer. It bloody is English beer, mate. It's Holtz's Diamond, if you've ever been up to Manchester. It's Holtz's Diamond, that. Really, really nice drink of beer. Quite strong too. Ha! I loved it with Alexa, who picked your prize. Oh, right, yeah. Well, I was thinking that was just another one of my, this is what I'm like, you see. I thought to myself, let's get Alexa involved in it. And what I did, if you remember, I put numbers on each of the prizes, and I just asked her to pick out at random a number. And whatever the number was the prize that you got. So yeah, just a little bit of fun. I mean, there's not stopping me doing that again, is there? Might do that again at some point. I love this channel because it's very genuine and real. It's about content. Yeah, it's not about thingy glitter and packaging. No, it's not. It's about us. It's like when I put it on, if you've noticed, when I put it on the Facebook channel and what have you, I always put, come and join the gang, come and join the crew, come and join the family, because that's what it's like, innit? It's like a big family. I mean, you go and have a look on Twitter, you go and have a look on YouTube, and you find me another channel where you've got 2 hours every week, twice a week, in the chat, no swearing, nobody picking on anybody, and it's just a lovely, lovely place to be. It's just, and do you know something? You look at all my videos and find there's some, I mean, I could say derogatory things. I was going to call him something, but there's somebody, and to be honest with you, you know, it tickles me. It tickles me. It does. You go and look at all my videos, and there's one thumbs down on nearly every one of them. So I don't know who it is who I've upset, but I've obviously upset somebody. But you go and have a look at my videos, and on that, you tell me how many negative comments there are on them. There's very, very, very few. You've got the odd one, as I said, the odd clown, I call them, the odd clown that puts on it, oh, you've edited this, oh, you've cheated by doing that. I haven't cheated nobody. Everybody's seen me on here. Obviously, there's going to be a few people in the chat tonight that have not seen it, but on live streams, there's going to be people out there that will definitely confirm this. I've thrown 180s on the live streams. I threw three back-to-back 140s. I've done all sorts, haven't I? I've thrown loads of darts, and like I say, the editing in the videos is there because it needs to be there, not because I'm cheating anybody, because I don't need to. And that's why I don't get embroiled in arguments over cheating and stuff like that, because I've got nothing to prove at all. And do you know something? That's a cracking way to look at your life and to look at your darts. When you go, just be relaxed. Oh, my mate's in, Anthony Pergolesi. Hiya, mate, you well? I hope you're well, mate. You think he's on the recovery, Anthony's on the recovery. He was stuck in hospital for a while and he was quite poorly. But he's coming out the other side now. Proper answers. Yeah, well, that's it. I never finger, do I? I never ignore you. Every now and again, I'll finger, if I've got a big avalanche of emails, Anthony, I might read your email and intend to reply to you straight away, and sometimes I forget. But if I ever do forget, it's not because I fell out with you, it's not because I don't want to talk to you, it's just genuinely because I've either forgot to reply to you, or I've put it to one side and I've mislaid it. I do that every now and again, and I apologise to anybody that's got in touch with me and I've not emailed them back or something like that. The only thing I will say is I've got about 3 different types of messenger. They come from all angles, and sometimes, and I had this a really, really hard dude, a really nice bloke, and he's been coming to me for years, and he's called Steve, and I just couldn't get back in touch with him. I looked every one of my messengers, and I could not find a message from him anywhere. And what do you call it? I just happened to come across him on I think it was it Twitter or no, Instagram, and I sent him a thing, and I said to him, I said, listen mate, I hope you don't think I fell out with you, but I remember you messaging me a while back and I haven't replied to you because I can't find you, you've disappeared. And it's just like, it's odd. This technology stuff does some weird things at times. You was in the garage. You mean in Manshed? Was it Manshed, you mean? Yeah. Was that the one where I had all the curtains round me and they were all white? That was the Manshed, that. I was out in the back garden. I remember my grandson walking about, and it was really funny. He was, I think he was sat on my workbench, and I was making a video, and I think I threw, I think it was either 2 or 3 back-to-back 180s while he was watching, and he was cheering me on. It was really quite emotional, that, because he was really tiny, and he just, you know how they do when the toddlers and what have you, and you've like taught them like what a 180 means, and it was just like he was squealing by the end of it. It was brilliant. Dave Awards in. Hi, Dave. You all right, mate? Hi, Dave. I finally made it. It's the Piano Man. Hello, Mr. Piano Man. I'd sing the song, but everybody would leave. Do you know something? That's another thing, going off on a little bit of a tangent as I usually do. Do you know something? That's what I'd give my right arm for. Not my left one, because I need that for throwing darts. But my right arm for, you know, would be to be able to sing. I tell you, I could clear a room in about 3 seconds. I wouldn't even have a go on karaoke. I'd send all the cats running. But yeah, I really would like to be able to sing. Something I really would. I can play instruments, so I'm not tone deaf or anything. I just can't sing to save my life. Anthony's doing well, back on the board. Losing most of the games. Doesn't matter, mate. I've told you this before, haven't I, Anthony? It doesn't matter. As long as you're enjoying the game, as long as you've got the passion, which I know you've got for the game, you'll always bump along. Oh, Johnny B's had a thingy. Could be a spelling mistake. Sometimes if you put spelling mistakes in them, they get retracted or whatever it is. Yes. Dave Fizz. Hiya, Dave Fizz. You all right, mate? Dave Fizz is in the house. Another member of the crew. Hi, mate. Loving the content. How much do you charge, please, for face-to-face coaching? Where are you based? Thanks, mate. I'm based in Manchester, in a little, say a little village. It's a little town called Hyde. And it's just off, if you look on your Google Maps, I'm just off the M67. So depending on whether you can get to the M67 or not, and it's dead simple. Like I say, I don't throw this out. I haven't got a website. I don't advertise it everywhere. But it's as simple as this. It's £40 an hour during the week, and it's £50 an hour at weekend. Coaching video, if you want a coaching video, which takes me about 4 hours to produce, a really good way to start off this. And they are £39.95, so £40. So basically an hour's labour, but they take me 4 hours to produce. The reason why I like doing coaching videos for people, first of all, is you do some clips. Basically what you do is you throw your darts in your normal manner, do some clips. You do one from underneath your board, one from either side, an option of one from the back. I need 5 visits of each. So basically 5 consecutive visits, not throw 3 darts, turn the camera off, come back round, turn the camera on again. I need to see you walking to and from the board. I need to see the way that you set up. One of those angles, I must be able to see your feet and your legs. It sounds dead complicated, that, but it's not. If you actually send me an email at dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com. That's dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com. If you go on any of my videos on the YouTube channel, you'll see that there should be a link down there where you can click on it, or you can copy and paste my email address into your browser. You send me an email, right, and I will send you all the details. And it's a lot simpler than it sounds like it is when I'm explaining it here. But you do your video clips. I analyse your video. I analyse your clips. I make you an half an hour. Usually the videos usually last about between 20 minutes and half an hour. I'll go through all the areas where I'm watching you when I'm analysing it. I'll watch everything that you do, and I'll give you tips on where. I'll tell you where I believe the improvements can be made. And then what I'll do is I'll go on into section 2, which is the putting it right section, or change to improve. And I'll tell you how to convert your throw at the moment into a really good solid throw that'll last you for the rest of your life. And it is so accurate and so easy to repair when something goes wrong. The amount of frustrated dart players that are out there because they've got an individualistic throw and they get to a certain level and they can never get beyond that level, and it's all basically down just to poor technique. So if I can fetch your technique and give you a technique that works, and it works for everybody on here will tell you that the Dynamite Dave way works. If I analyse your throw and get you on the right path, it'll make a massive difference, not only to the way that you play darts, but to how you enjoy it and how you can compete. Don't forget, the more competitive you become, so the better dart player you become, more competitive you become in the pub, the more you'll enjoy the game. And it doesn't matter whether it's the pub, the youth club, a darts club that you go to, a darts bar. Just means that you're going to enjoy the game a lot more and you'll be a lot more competitive and you'll get a lot more out of the game. Yeah, to the white curtain. Yeah, that was the man shed, that. It's still there. I've got it. You can't see it now because it's pitch black outside, but it's my my very small, what was it? 12, I think it's 12 foot by 12 foot, or it might be 14 foot by 12 foot. It's a big shed anyway. And it's still all set up in there. It's just I've got my tools and everything in there now. And it's a lot nicer to be in here than it is out there in this weather, believe me. It's very, very cold. I might even get another chuck of these darts in a sec. Hang on, Jin. Is it Glyn Chippy Centre? Jin Clippy Carpenter? Yeah, it is. It must be. Yes, it's there. It's just not come up on the stream yet. So, right, this is for you then. Very sorry about that. Sometimes the Streamlab one doesn't convert onto the chat, but it usually does. Right, that's not my fault. That's Streamlabs. Tell them off. Right, let's get you 180. Right, are we ready for this one? And this is for Glyn, the Chippy Carpenter.
180.
And that's a £10 donation. Thank you so much. Means the world to me, that. Thank you so much. Dave Vlaminks. Dave Vlaminks is in there with a £5. Thank you so much. And there's thingy Alexa putting a 2p in again. Alexa, tell us a joke.
What do you get if you cross a bird, a liver, and a puppy?
I don't know.
A flying carpet.
Priceless. Priceless. Right, let's get them darts and have a chuck again. Have we missed anybody else out? Yes, Dave has... Nice one, Dave. Thank you very much. Dave's just put a £5 in as well. Thank you, Dave Vlaminks. Here we go.
180.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. You're an absolute star. Love you to bits, mate. Johnny B. I can't spell. What, and you think I can? I'm terrible, mate. I've got number dysphoria. I've got a slight form of dyslexia as well. I think, to be honest with you, I think we've all got limited or small amounts of like little deficiencies and what have you in spelling and maths. I mean, there is some really, really good people out there that are fantastic at spelling and maths and grammar and all that, but not me. I'm a council estate lad. I think I was too busy. God, what we were doing, running across a railway bridge about 60 feet above the floor. And believe it or not, when I was about 9, I rode a bike across it. Mad as a box of frogs, without a doubt. Never been any different. I did, Dave, but there is no sound. What's that, Shabba? Hang on, have I missed something there? I think you got some Streamlabs donations. Ah, well, they're not coming through then, are they? Karen, no, I saw Karen's. TTJ. Aileen Harvey. Aileen Harvey was the last one that I noticed before that. So, JJT, are you still out there, mate? Give us a shout. Tell me if you're still there. And I'll give you a what do you call it? A big old 180. Yeah, Karen, I think I spotted that one. I think that one turned up on the stream. And then Glyn's didn't for some reason. And Dave Vlaminks's didn't. So, again, my friends, we're at mercy of technology. So it ain't that hot, is it? They're meant to turn up on there the same as the other ones. It's all linked and everything, but some of them are and some of them aren't. Oh, right. Come on, David. Throw those darts like you know what you're doing. Oh, it's only a ton. For August when it's my birthday. Yeah, of course we can, mate, yeah. Just email me. Dave Fizz, just email me, mate. And what I'll do is I'll get you on the list. When lockdown finishes, I've got a list about 3 times the length of my arm of people, but that will only take me about, well, it don't really matter. It's probably going to take me about 3 months to clear that list, but I will fit you in somewhere. Don't you worry about that, mate. That's not a problem at all. If you've got a birthday in, did you say August? Yeah. If you've got a birthday in August, mate, give me plenty of notice, right? And I'll fit you in somewhere. I'll juggle stuff around. I've been doing this for years. I'll juggle things around and I'll fit you in somewhere. No problem at all about that. I think that's what I should have been. A juggler in the circus. Yeah, before we had this coronavirus thing, it was doing all right, and the face-to-face coaching was growing and growing, and then we got this and nobody could come round anymore, and it just killed it stone dead. So now, I've got to admit, I do quite a lot online, but I've always done that for lads and lasses from outside the UK. I mean, I do get people who actually, there's another ton. Yeah, I do get people who come over here from loads of different countries. I've had people from, I think one of my furthest ones away would be Japan. I had 2 or 3 from Japan. Couple from a few different countries and what have you that have come over, and Steve Lamore came over and stayed and did the did 3 days with me, and made a very slight difference to the way that he plays darts. I think he'll agree. What did you think of your patch on my wall of fame? Did you not see the thing? I retweeted it, Kieran. I retweeted it, mate. I thought it was smart, really smart. Could do with one of them myself, a wall of fame. If I get a wall of fame, Kieran, you'll be one of the first ones on it. There's no 2 ways about that, mate. No 2 ways at all. $95. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Yankee Clipper having a lousy day. It's making it better. Cheers, mate. Thanks, Yankee. Oh, come on, David. Terrible. 81. Pull that last one right over, didn't I? $60. Yes, cheers. Yeah, so yeah, Dave. Send me an email, mate. Let's get a bit of a conversation going and we'll sort that out for you. No problem. Oh. Just over the wire. I'll ping you in an email, mate. Yeah. Sound. Are you off, Bigfoot Shabba? Take care, all. Super time here in NY. Native New Yorker. Is a native New Yorker. Yep, take care, Bigfoot. See you soon, mate. All the best. We'll be folding down in a minute anyway. Don't forget, it's 10 to 9 now, so we've done nearly 2 hours. What I'll do is I'll give you 5 minutes or so, say ta-ra to everybody. I'll do a few chucks and then we'll finger. Don't forget, we're back here 6 o'clock, so that's 1800 hours, 6 o'clock on Sunday. So for some more of the cruise shenanigans, so we'll be having another nice old chat. Oh, thought I was going to get the 121 there. Have a cracking chat, laugh and a joke. I'll answer any of your questions. Don't forget, if you've got any darting questions, any coaching questions, anything you want to have a bit of a conversation about, if you want to do a bit of a conversation starter. So if you want to talk about someone's throw and my opinions on it, all you've got to do is stick that in the chat and we'll talk about anybody's throw you want to. I tell you who else is getting a bit more involved in Twitter and thinking YouTube and what have you, and it's really nice to see, is Jeff Smith, the silencer. I think he's doing himself some real good favours there. He's acknowledging the YouTube lads. He's, what do we call it, he's putting the tweets out there and getting like in amongst the fans, and I think that's absolutely the right thing to do. That's another ton. I think it'll gain him a lot of fans, that will. Ooh, 59. Rubbish. Don't know what that was in aid of. Right. Depending when you are from Argos, 15 quid. Tell you what, you can't beat some of the Argos darts. I've got them ones of mine and I still love them to bits, and those are the finger to Winmau high impact 2s. Fantastic dart from Argos, 35 quid. Oh, come on. 121. Sticks the last one. Oh, 55. Oh, yeah, oh, great. Damon is the same. He took part in my first ever 12 dart challenge. Yeah, Damon Etter, his thing, he's a really nice bloke, isn't he? And do you know something? I think that these guys like Jeff Smith and what have you, Damon Etter, to a degree, Matt Edgar, but I think some of them are really getting like involved in the YouTube community and what have you, and I think it's really good, and I think it'll do them a lot of favours. It'll gain them a lot of fans. Finish with a bull, Dave. Okay then, let's have a go at the bull. Oh. Yep, there you go. Second visit. Boom. That do you? Hey, Stu Payne. That'll do you, mate. Can you actually see that from there? I can't tell on my thing, but can you see that? This thing, you've got an inner bull, an outer bull, and just outside the wire for a 6. Awesome grip. Yeah, the Tuscans. Yeah, those Winmau Tuscans, they have got a good grip, haven't they? Ain't there some really good darts out there, though, for 20 nicker, 20, 30 quid? Some real good darts out there. Nice one. Well, it did take me 2 visits, though, didn't it? There you go. Boom! Go on, how many people do you know can do that and finger two visits, 2 bowls? Probably loads. Probably loads. But maybe not so many that are throwing a set of darts they've only ever thrown about, what was it, 3 months ago? About 3 months ago was the last time I chucked them. Right, it's 56, so I'm going to start wrapping it up now. Right, lads and lasses. Because everybody take care of yourselves. You know I love you all to bits. Thanks so much for the fantastic donations tonight. I'm absolutely thrilled. Shanghai Dave. I'm closing it down. I shall do one for you on Sunday night. I'll have a couple of Shanghai on 20s and what have you, and 19s and that. I'll do a few bits and bobs on Sunday night, shall I? Right, don't forget, lads and lasses, you'll not ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. No worries, whip it all. Right, see you again on Sunday, Kieran. See you Sunday, whip it all. See you Sunday, Steve Lamore. See you Sunday, everybody. Dave Laminx, everybody who's contributed tonight, thank you so, so much. It means the world to me. Thanks very much. I love yous all. Don't forget, you'll only ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. And always, 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 toe to the hockey! See you Sunday.